you can actually go through this section over here. This session is also recorded, so if you did miss this session, you can actually go through this session once again in a link that will be provided to you after today. All right. Now, where exactly can you get our system? Easily, it is available via Poems. Let me just show you where it is. Because at the moment, if you go through our website, you have to apply via a link. It will be emailed to you. But if you would like to apply or download immediately, let me just show you where it is. It is under Poems. If you go through our CFD section over here, click on the CFD section. You can click on Trade with Philip CFD Trader 2, and you can download the link right here. So this is immediately, you can download it and you can install it and you can use it. So if you are actually in the office or at home right now, you can go through the system with me. That would be great as well. Okay, we have another question. Is the platform offering real-time prices? Yes, it is for Singapore market. I will show you right now. Let's go through the system now. Okay, you can see over here, this is the system. Let me just set it up for you. Now, when you log in, this is what you will see. We have two default settings. You can see the prices are actually moving here at the moment. So the prices are live for Singapore markets especially. Some of the markets are delayed, but you will see them placed as asterisks when it is delayed. Let me see. Perhaps, George, you have an answer for Teddy.
Let me see. I'm not able to read. Okay, Teddy, just let me confirm. You mentioned that this platform uses very big memories. So okay, we actually have been feedback. We feedback this to IT departments on that. Currently, unfortunately, right, because of the capacity, because of how comprehensive this platform is, right, we are not able to make it in terms of what you mentioned, smaller memory, so that can run faster. But we are still looking to it. Hopefully, by the next few implementations, right, we can able to resolve this issue.
Teddy also asked about the monthly cost. I believe this is with regards to the rollover. I guess this will, if you would like to know our rollover costs and other questions pertaining to the intricacies of our costing, right? You can actually attend our A to Z session. There's a pretty comprehensive session in which we will explain to you how the rollover is done on a monthly basis. All right, let's move on to our platform. You can see over here, this is our default setting. There are a few things which you can see immediately off the chart or off the screen. You have bookmarks right here. I will show you how to set up the bookmarks shortly as we go through the watch list session. You have a few windows over here. Now note that all the windows that you see are customizable. So this is not a definite workspace. You can actually make it smaller or larger. All right. We do have two default workspaces, which is called the basic and advanced. This is already set up for you, so you can actually utilize this at the moment. Just give it a second to load. There we go. Alright, as you can see, this is the advanced. You can have your charting workspace over here and order status, and of course your account management. Now, all these windows are customizable, which means that you can place them anywhere, and you can also add on to your current workspace. So you can arrange and customize your workspace to your liking, which is one of our powerful features which we have. Okay, what is the window called? DMA price. Okay, as a default, the current workspace is defaulted to a DMA price view. Now you can change that very easily. I will show you later. And once you change it to your CFD price view, you will only see your CFD prices. Okay. So once again, You can see over the top here you have a few buttons. Now let me just go through them slowly one at a time. Over here is a detach button. Now if you have a few monitors set up on your or you have a few screens set up for your trading, you can actually detach this particular window and place it out of the workspace area. So if I were to click over here, I can actually take it out of my screen. Now if I were to minimize this, you can see that, oops, you can see that I can actually place it out of the screen. So I can bring it along to, say, another screen that I have set up, right? So but if I want to put it back in, I just click on attach and it is popping right back in the window. Now this is available on every single window that you see here. You can see detach them out. Alright. Okay, so that is one feature. Now we do have a rolling ticker of our indexes, which you can see over here. This is live unless it is asterisk over here. You can see. But all our tickers are available. It is free as well. So it is another one of our features. You can hide them if you do not like to see them rolling at the top. Up next is export button. You can export, say for example, your watch list, or if you would like to export your order status. Over here, there is an export button. You can export it to an Excel file. This is particularly useful if you would like to do your own housekeeping, or if you like to do your own research of the prices in a daily basis. Alright, so this is another feature that we have. Now let's set up our very own workspace. Let me just show you. How we set up our workspaces. Let's see. Now to set up a new workspace, you can click on new. Now there are three options actually. You can set up from your basic workspace, which you have seen earlier, or your advanced workspace, which you see now. Now if I were to set up something from the advanced workspace, you just click on here. It will load a new window with the advanced workspace. Alright, there we go. And what I can do from here is basically I can order charts, place charts that I like in the workspace. So for example, let me just click on a chart and the chart is there. Once it loads up, there we go. So once it loads up, for example, I can place it anywhere along the lines here in the window. My apologies if you see the charts are not actually acting out, because this is a demo account and sometimes it doesn't really show you what you need to see. What is the ideal LCD size? Casey asks. Well, for my preference, it depends person to person. If you are to ask me, I would prefer a wider screen. There I have more space to cater to, example, my charting or my watch list, or if you like to have market depth, for example. If I were to click on market depth, I can place this somewhere along in my workspace, right there. Alright, so as when it loads, you will be able to see a market depth right there. So I can place a few market depth, a few counters that you like. So if you, for example, you have a bigger screen, then you would have more space for all these various features that we have to place them on your screens. Okay, does the chart show live prices for Singapore? Yes, it does show live prices. I can show you slightly later on. No, you don't have. Okay, we have another question. Do we have to subscribe to our charts? No, you do not have to subscribe to your charts. The charts are provided to you, except for the prices. Other than the Singapore counters, it works the same way as your poems. If you currently subscribe to other price lists, so for example your US price list for live prices, you will automatically get it in your CFD Trader too. So all the basic functions are there, and all the charting functions are also there, given to you on the get-go. Alright. Okay, we have perhaps Josh, you can attend to Casey. Just give me a second, Casey. Let me just go through while George reads your question. So, for example,
still
once
regarding switch to the advanced workspace, right?
yeah, that's right.
Is that the question you're referring to? Okay,
Yes,
I think this case where I actually mentioned this he switched to advanced workspace and got the error message external exceptions e-phase. Okay, this is some of the bugs we are fixing. There will be a major implementation by next month, early next month. So once we did this implementation, right, this error message will be gone, but it won't affect your trading. Don't worry.
Okay, there you go. Okay, I hope that clears some doubts. Okay, opening charts and other features. Okay, how do you do it? Is basically right click on the counter that you like. You will be able to see all our menus here. So you can actually right click and click on charting and the chart will open up. Alright, so it's pretty automated. Okay, another feature that we have is your counter details. So for example, if you like to know how much a counter costs or what is the credit required, okay, you just click on the counter details. It will launch a web page where you'll be able to see all the counter details right there. Alright, so it's pretty transparent. Another way to actually look at it is through our order ticket. I will go through the order ticket function slightly later on. So there is one way of actually looking through your product details. Okay, another question on MacBook. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on MacBook for this current moment. So just hold on, Mac fans. We are actually available only on the Windows platform. Alright, so this is Workspace. So for any questions on Workspaces. Alright, so once you have set up your Workspace, you can save them actually. Click on Save. Okay, and you can name it, say for example, my name. And you can open them the next time you log in. Alright, now at the moment we have a minor issue due to implementation cost. But you can actually, at the moment, if you to open your Workspace right here, it might not work. Alright. Okay, sure, Rachel. I'm so sorry. I will slow down my speech just for you. Alright. If you encounter any problems opening your safe Workspace, what you can do is actually create new, and from the Workspace, and click on that current Workspace, and you will launch your Workspace just like that. Right, so this is another way to open your current Workspace that you have saved. Alright, this is just a workaround. We are actually fixing it. So once you have the fix is out, it should work just fine. Okay, any other questions which we have on Workspaces? Please do ask. Feel free to ask your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Teddy asked, what is ChartWiz? ChartWiz is an additional service. It is separate from CFD Trader. It is actually a stock screener. At the moment, you may actually subscribe it for free via Poems. So if you go to Poems web page, you can subscribe it for a 2 months trial. We do have classes for Poems, for ChartWiz, that is, as well. So you may be interested. If you're interested to attend them, please do so. Okay, how to add tabs in the price view window? Okay, great. That's a very great question. I will now move on to our watch list, which brings me to the watch list session. Okay, Rachel asks, she is new to the platform and do not know how to enter the charts. Okay, I have gone through this slightly earlier. How you enter the charts is actually from your watch list. Just right click and click on charting. Alright, there we go. Alright, Rachel, I hope I've answered your question. Okay, watch list. No, so how do you add on or create your own watch list? Now, creating your watch list is pretty simple. We have made a little icon over here, which is the gearbox icon. It says it is actually the option icon. You can actually click on here, and it will launch the watch list editor. Alternatively, how do you launch the watch list editor? Is if you to go to trading, just click on watch list editor, and you will be able to see the watchlist editor. All right. Casey, just hang on to your question right there. Let me just go through this session first. If you click on the watchlist editor, you can create your own watchlist. How do you create a watchlist? It is as simple as clicking on new. Just click on new. Just rename your watchlist. So for example, I'll rename this watchlist CFD Trader walkthrough. Right there. Okay, it's limited to characters. So I just say CFD Trader walk. And I will click on rename. And I have my watch list. At the current moment, it is empty, but we do have filters. You can see over here, you can select from all markets or individual markets right there. Okay. Now, individual markets, we have also separated them into sectors. So if you to look at my screen right now, I have selected a sector. If I were to click on industrial or construction, I will only see those counters in that particular section only. In the event that you do not know which sector your favorite counter is in, you can actually select via our alphabets. You can just click on our alphabets. You'll be able to see all the counters. If you select all markets, you'll be able to see all the C's right there. Okay, and it's pretty intuitive. Or alternatively, you can do a quick search. Now, our quick search is pretty powerful. It's just like your Google search. For example, if you were to click on here and click on NOL, you'll be able to see that it searches immediately. All right. I click on NOL. How do I add it on to our watch list? Just click on this right button over here, and boom, it is there. All right. So next, let's see what else. What else do we like to see? Maybe our favorite Apple, since we have a lot of Mac OS questions. Right there. Okay, I'm adding it in. And of course, Microsoft. And now that you see that we have a few lists populated over here, now you can also order them. If you would like to see Apple at the top, just click on Apple, and right there you have your order set up. So you can reorder them anytime, as and when you like it. So if I click to OK, you won't be able to see the current list, but where do you actually see it? So for example, now this is where you see it. You just right click on your current watch list. All right, two ways to do it. Right click on the current watch list and change your watch list, and you will be able to see all the preset watch lists which are here, and your current watch list which you have just set up earlier, called the CFD Trader Walk. Alright. Now if I were to click on the CFD Trader Walk, you'll notice that I only have one counter. Now why is that? Previously there was a question on DMA price view. Now like I mentioned earlier, this is defaulted. Defaulted to DMA. Now where do you see your CFD price list? If you go to trading, you go to price, go to CFD price, you'll be able to see all your watch lists once again. Now if you click on CFD Trader Walk, now you'll be able to see, let me just close this, my CFD Trader, CFD share CFD price list right there. Right now notice the difference. You have your DMA price view and your CFD price view. Right now you can place them side by side, not an issue. The system can accommodate for that. Right, so now let's say for example I want to amend my price list right here. Show CFD. Okay, we have a request to show this again. Let me just go through that again. Let me just close this. Okay, now where do we go through our CFD price list? Go to trading. All right, go to price. You have two prices over here. Just go to CFD price and you go to CFD Trader Walk, or your watch list which you like. Alright, in the event that you have your own watch list, you can just select your own watch list, and there you go. Alright, it's right here. Now if you have set it up, this up in your current workspace, you can save this workspace and open the current workspace the next time you log in, and it will stay as what you see over here. So that's one other powerful feature that we have. So once you save it, save your workspace, that is. Where do you save your workspace? Let me just go through that again. On the file, save as, alright, and you can rename it. For example, I have renamed this workspace earlier, so you can just save. Okay, just call it workspace 4, and the next time you open your CFD Trader 2 and open workspace number 4, this is what you will see. Okay, what's the difference between your DMA and CFD list? If you notice, right there, right here, you can see that DMA only goes through, DMA is a price list which goes through our, which goes through the exchange immediately. So if you notice, you'll only be able to see your Singapore counters, right? All the various counters is only available through Share CFD. Alright, now for example, if I would like to amend this watch list and add on more counters, one option is to use the watch list editor right here, but we have made it easier, much easier for you. You can see over here we have our contract explorer. Now some of you might ask, what is this for? This is actually to add on to your watch list. Now for example, if you want to add on Hong Kong watch list, all I have to do is drag it and drop it, and it's right there. Alright, now this will be saved for if you click on save. So just click on save watch list and it will be saved immediately. Now notice that the counters are not added to your DMA price view. So once the difference is in the DMA price view, you will only be able to see counters which are available through the DMA markets. All right. So let's add on another counter. So for example, our favorite mobile counter. You want to add on StarHub. Now you will see that it adds on to both DMA price view and your Share CFD price view, because it is available to trade on both markets, DMA markets and your Share CFD markets. Is the watch list tied to each workspace? Yes, it is tied to each workspace. So if you to open another workspace which does not have your current setup, you won't be able to see it, but you will be able to still call it up. How do you call it up? It's basically through right clicking and change your watch list. So it is as easy as that. Let me just show you a quick demo on what I mean. If I were to open my CFD Trader 2 and revert to my basic workspace. Alright, let's just wait for it to come out. You'll be able to see the defaulted view right here. So where do I see my my watch list? Just right click and change my watch list to CFD Trader Walk, and there you go. Right, you will be able to see your CFD Trader, your watch list that you have set up. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Tin. Okay, any questions on Workspaces? Right. Let me just go through what you can actually do customizing your workspace. If you were to go through your watchlist editor and go through your layout, right, you can see that there are a few ways of customizing your workspace. So I mean your watchlist. How do you do it is you can do by color. You can also change the column width. All right, so all these are available to you as to the user. All right. Now, if you would not like to see a certain column, for example, say for example you don't want to see the exchange, you can just click it and it will not be there anymore on your workspace, on your watch list, that is. My apologies. All right, there we go. Now for colors, we have a few basic themes. You can see over here. You can change it to your liking. Also, if you would like to change the colors individually, we do have the various parameters over here, but we have made it easier for you as well by just clicking on the current feature that you would like to change colors of. It will actually automate the parameters column, and you'll be able to change that particular color immediately. Alright, so I hope you can see how customizable it is. Alright, Teddy asked, can I combine my watch list? For example, you have watch list of a different market. Let us see, Teddy. Let me just open our CFD price view. Let's see. Right, we have a few markets here. You can see we have Nasdaq, we have SGX, we have Hong Kong counters as well. So to answer your question, yes, definitely you can add on various exchanges into your counter list. No problems. Okay, great. Up next. Okay, no, any more questions? Any further questions on watch list? As you can see, it's pretty simple and easy to use. Any other questions? Please ask. Okay, great. If you have no... Okay, one question that was asked earlier was, how do I place my watch list at the top? Right here. That's a pretty good question. Now, if you go back to your watch list editor, now, this top button or bookmark, we will call it the favorite button. Alright, so how do you add it to your favorites? If you click on your add favorite, okay, you'll be able to see all the bookmarks at the top, right? You can order them. If I were to take them out, I just take it out like that, alright? And it's out. Okay, you'll be able to see that the buttons are slowly minimizing itself. And if I were to put my own watch list in here, I click on apply. Now where is it? It's right there. So if I were to click on that, if I were to change and go back to my favorites button, it's right there. Okay, so it's pretty easy to see. Teddy asks that you cannot add CFD to DMA watch list. Okay, I mentioned this earlier. The two price lists are separated. DMA contains only counters, which are available to trade via the DMA option, and CFD watch list are all our counters, basically our counters available to be traded via our system. So there are two separate options or two separate watch lists. One is DMA, one is CFD. Why is this so? It's because of the means of the way it is traded. So you can't combine the two together. Alright, so but you can have two watch lists side by side, so that's not an issue, and certainly not a problem for you guys. Okay, now up next, let me go through the order ticket. Now, how do you launch your order ticket? It is right here. Now, order tickets are pretty simple. How you basically launch it is you can launch it via our watch list. Let's say, for example, if you like to bid or ask if you like to purchase a counter, for example, just double click it and you will launch our order ticket. Okay, Casey asks, can you set up your default sorted by total volume? Yes, you may definitely do that. If you were to click on any headers over here, it will sort it out for you. So for example, if I were to click on total volume, right, from largest to smallest, it will sort it out for you. Perhaps let me just show you something better, more populated watch list. Okay, if I were to sort it out by total volume, there we go. Here you can see immediately what is the total volume, or if I were to see what is the buy and sell volume, okay, I'll be able to see it right there. Okay. Oh, default when you first open. Okay. If you save this watch list and your workspace just like that, and you open it up, it will be as what you see over here. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Casey. All right. Back to where we were earlier. Our order ticket. Okay, let's go back to our order ticket. Now, launching our order ticket, as I mentioned again, is as easy as going through your bid and ask prices. If you go through over here, double click it, and you'll be able to see your order ticket. Now, these prices are moving. It's live. You should be able to see your account number right there and your name. Okay, just make sure that those two are correct. You can change the order type. For example, you can change it to either CFD or DMA right here. Okay, so you do not have to go back to your DMA price list to to submit a DMA order if you were to click on it, if you were to click it on your CFD price list. All right, so it's easily changeable right here. So for example, if I would like to buy, now our various order types are right here. Okay, if you like to have a comprehensive lesson on what do this order type mean, please attend our physical seminars. There's one available this Friday. Okay, you can attend it, and we will go through all these various order types with you individually. All right, so but not for today. Okay, now one advanced feature other than the various order types that we have over here is you'll be able to see if you have sufficient cash and your sufficient credit right there. Okay, Rima, you have a very interesting question. Let me get back to you on that. Immediately, if you were to place an order, or before you even place an order, you'll be able to see these two parameters given to you. At the moment, it's not applicable because I'm on a demo account. But if it is a live account, you'll be able to see whether you can place the order right there at a glance. All right. So, for example, if you have to add on my quantities, you'll be able to see that, do you have sufficient credit or sufficient cash given to you immediately. All right. You will also be able to see your required credit right there. So you'll be able to see how much you actually need to place such an order. You will also be able to see the commission rate, minimum commission, long finance charge, short finance charge, and various parameters. Okay. Now, for example, if you were to click on our order ticket and you decided that, hey, this is not the counter that I want, you can actually change the counter right here. So let's go back to our favorite telco company. Okay, just do a quick type. The system will actually look for you immediately, and you'll be able to see it right there. All right, so it's pretty intuitive. If you happen to know the contract code, you can go through them. You can also type it in, and it will immediately change the order ticket to that counter that you would like to see. All right, now at the moment we only have day order for the counters, but we will be adding on to your overnight and good to cancel in the near future. All right, now once you have clicked on your order type, you may click on submit. All right, so once you click on submit, you'll be able to see a confirmation. Yeah, I can submit now because this is a demo account. So you'll be able to see a confirmation, and from there it will populate. You will populate your order under the working order column right here in your order status. Okay. Now, Rima, to answer your question, if the software utilizes the computer resources, would it affect the speed of execution when you want to buy or sell? A very good question. Now, the resources that it utilizes is pretty minimal. Now, the only what will affect your order, the trades, is your internet connection, right? So you need to have a pretty decent internet connection to connect to our servers to submit your order types, to submit your orders, that is. So if you have that, and it shouldn't be a problem. All right, Rima? If you already have a position, Teddy asks how simple it is it to close our position. Perhaps George, you can answer that question.
Okay. There's no fuss and okay. Actually, we are planning to include these new requirements, right? Under this account management, maybe Malik, can you go to accounts?
Okay, just give me a second. There we go.
Okay, after you go to account, can you go to open positions?
Open position right there.
Accounts.
These accounts.
Okay.
We have it here.
It's a bit laggy here. Okay. Can you go to open positions?
Yep, I'm
okay. From here, right? Client will be able to see what is their open positions, right? Then they just have to click on the open positions and from there able to liquidate. They are still working on this. So once this is out, right, we will advertise, and maybe Malik or my colleagues will send out an EDM to advertise this new feature in our traders too. But meanwhile, for the moment, at least for the time being now, right, you have to tickets and liquidate yourself.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, George. I hope that answers your question. Yep.
Hi, Malik.
Yeah. You're perfectly fine.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, cool. So that's another feature that we are adding. We are constantly improving the system. So if you have any feedback and any other features that you would like us to add, please do send it to us. We will definitely look at it, and if it is important enough, we will add it in definitely. This is, as much as it is our system, it is yours too. And once again, it is available free for everyone. All right. So that's our order ticket. Any other questions? Is it okay? We have a question from Tin. Is it now possible to differentiate close positions versus rollover positions? George, perhaps you can answer that question too.
Sorry, let me see. Is it now possible to differentiate close position versus rollover positions? Close positions and rollover positions. I don't really get you what you mean by close position versus rollover positions.
I guess
close position, that means you won't be able to see your open positions, right?
I
Is
guess
that what he's trying to say?
I guess what Tin is trying to say is, okay, in the event that you have a rollover, will it be in your close position?
No, it won't be in your close position. It's
There we go.
still not considered close. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. The price is now intact instead of showing the rollover price. Will we be showing the rollover price when we roll over the contract?
Yes, we'll be showing rollover price, but okay. For example, on the 1st of February, you open a Argentine at you long at 120. At the 1st of March, we have to roll over maybe at 130, so you realize 10% profit. But for the open price, we will still stay at 130 instead of initial price of 120. Okay, and good question raised, because we actually raised this thing to IT last month or 2 months ago, stating that we should have a column. This column, instead of showing the open price at 130, we should show the initial opening price at 120. You know what I mean? Because you might want to take this position for 2 to 3 months, but because 2 to 3 months you will be roll over 2 to 3 times, so the open price will based on your rollover price.
Okay. All right, Casey. Perhaps you can leave us your email address, and we can actually answer you.
Casey, you mentioned the initial opening price is there, as I was told 2 days ago. Okay, I wasn't around in the HQ for the past 3 days. I'm in OG, the other buildings. So if that's the case, then maybe I can check this thing out.
All right, Casey. Thank you for your question,
Casey.
Perhaps you can send us your email address, and we will be more than happy to answer you personally. All right. Okay, we have another question from Jason. Charting shows live prices during intraday. Okay, for Singapore market, it is showing live prices. Only for Singapore market. There we are. As for the rest, it is for Hong Kong market, if I'm not mistaken, it is slightly delayed. US is also slightly delayed. So only for Singapore, you'll be able to see live prices. All right. Now we do have.
Okay, can I answer Jason questions?
Yes.
Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, you mentioned does charting show live price during intraday? Okay, for intra, for example, if you actually open a chart using the day chart, right, you won't see the candlestick moving live. Okay, only for 5, 10, 15 minutes, you will see the candlestick moving live. So your next question you might want to throw is that then what about intraday charting? Would that be live? Yes, it will be, because we are still testing on it to make sure all the data is correct before we actually implement this thing out. So CFD Trader 1 have, but we found that CFD Trader 1 there's some inaccuracy, and that's why we remove this from Trader 2 until we are sure that the data and information are updated is correct before we re-implement back to CFD Trader 2 again.
All right. Thank you, George.
No problem, Jason. No problem.
Okay. Before as at the end of this webinar, actually, we have a feedback session, just a short feedback session, which will launch via a web page. So if you have any further questions, or if you'd like to ask us personally, please do send me an email. Let me send you my email address. All right, it's right there. Also, if you to send me your questions from the feedback form, I'll be more than happy to answer them personally to you. Either me or George or one of our IT support will be able to answer your queries. All right, so please feel free to send in your questions to us. All right, so we have a little bit more time, say about 10 minutes. If you have any further questions, you may please ask. While I wait for questions, let me just go through another part of our CFD Trader 2, which is our alerts. Okay, this is something very powerful at the moment, and we are very proud of it because it is a very useful tool. All right, now if you were to right click, let me just do that again. If you were to right click on our workspace, click on new alert, right? You'll be able to see our alert interface. Okay, another way to actually launch this is to go through our alerts interface under trading. If you go to alert, you will launch our alert view window. Okay, notice that these two different interface. One is tied to a contract right here. The other one is your general view of all the alerts that you have set up. Okay, so this is your right click menu, and this is your alert menu right there. Okay, let me just close this and let's just go through this section individually. How do you set up an alert? From here, just click on new alert. Okay, it will launch your new alert window. Now you can do a search of the contract code. If you click on search, it will launch a contract explorer. So let's look at our favorite telco once again and click on that, and it will immediately populate this contract code section. Right, so you can input various parameters right here to fill in by yourself. All right, and you can also, one important feature of this is it is able to send you an email. All right, so you can send price alerts directly to your email account. All right, so where do you put in your email address? Right here. Okay, and you can put in a little message for yourself. Let's say, for example, StarHub is cheap and let us buy now. And once you save it, the system will actually send it off for you. All right, so no, all this is saved into our server, so you don't have to have your CFD Trader 2 running for these alerts to be sent to you. All right, via email, that is. Alternatively, you can set it up on your CFD Trader 2 only. So once it is set up in your CFD Trader 2 only or both, an alert will actually pop up if it has met your parameters. Okay, now these alerts can also be set to active or retrigger. Active means that it would only be triggered once, and once it has been triggered, it will no longer be active. All right. Okay, for example, can we get SMS alert as well? Okay, SMS alert is in the works. It will be in the near future, not at the moment. Okay, now if you set it up as a retrigger, let's going back to our alert section. If you set it up as a retrigger, now this will actually send you an alert every time it meets the parameters that you set. So every time, say for example, a price reaches $1. So for example, if I were to set it up as $1, it will actually send you an alert either by CFD Trader 2, if you set it up that way, or by email. So knowing Singapore market, sometimes it moves within a certain price range pretty much within the day. So every time it hits that price, it will send you an alert. So it is up to you how you want to set it up. The alert price can be set up either by DMA or CFD. Alright, and once you save it, you'll be able to see it right here. Okay. How to get new alerts? Okay, once again, let me just go through the setup right here. Just go through trading under alerts. Okay, and you will launch this alert window. Okay, so how do you set up the alert? Just click on the new alert right there, and it will launch your alert window. You can key in your contract code. If you do not know the contract code, like me, you can do a search. Click on the search button. See, and double click it, and it will populate your contract code, and you'll be able to set in your parameters. Okay, alternatively, another simple way of setting up your alerts, it is actually to use the right click function. So for example, I have to use the right click over here on high flux, and I were to click on new alert. Okay, it will launch a new alert window for high flux, and I'm able to set the parameters right here. Okay, and once I save it, it will be saved, and you will only be able to see your alerts under the alert view window. Okay, right there. Alright, Teddy, I hope that clears your question. Okay, looks like we have about 5 more minutes. If you have any further questions on alerts, a pretty simple feature there, but very powerful as well. You may set it up on your own. Okay. Yes. Yes, B Tin. Is this your question? We have about a few more minutes left. Please ask me anything that you'd like to know. All right, that's a very good question, Jason. Will we be able to conduct a hands-on lesson in the near future where we can bring out our laptops, your laptops that is? Yes, we are able to do that, definitely. We actually on Friday today, this week, we have advanced trading strategies with CFD Trader 2. This is a physical session. You may bring in your laptops, and we will be more than happy to go through the system with you individually after the session. All right, so you may bring in your laptops and feel free to ask us. Okay, Bitin, you asked, do you have to be logged on to CFD Trader 2 for alerts to be triggered? Okay, if you set it up as an email, you don't have to have the system on. It will actually be saved in our servers, and the email will be sent out by the server to you via email. All right. Okay, we currently do not have a demo account, Eric, for CFD Trader 2. Good question asked by Eric. On demo accounts, we do not have demo accounts, but the platform is pretty much available for you to download, and you can log in and exploit before you actually place an order. And it's free as well. How do I change the column with the watch list? Okay, how do I change the column in the watch list? See, this is my watch list. Just click on option over here, and you look under your user watch list. Okay, I have created one just now, and click on the layout section. You can change the color and the column. Right, you can change the width of the column, make it bigger, make it smaller. All right, and this is totally up to you. Okay, Teddy, you asked if I open the platform. Can we close in web platform, vice versa? Okay, basically if you are logged into Poems and you open CFD Trader 2, it works both ways. All right, one does not cause the other to close. Okay, you can submit an order through Poems, you can submit an order to CFD Trader 2, and both will be reflected to you on either system. All right, Teddy. Okay, URL to download the software. Okay, I went through this earlier. Once again, this is our homepage, philipcfd.com. You can download it off our website. Okay, you have to click on several buttons over here. Alternatively, you can get it from Poems itself. Alright, let me just show you where to get it in Poems. Poems is immediately, you can download it and install it immediately. Now if you go through our Poems login, once you have logged in, this is what you will see. Go through our CFD section. Now at the side over here, you'll be able to see Trade with Philips CFD Trader 2. Let me just make it easier for you to see. Alright, Trade with Philips CFD Trader 2 right here. Okay, so once you have seen that, just click on the button. You'll be able to see download our platform here. Alright, so once you see the download the platform, you can actually just click that link and automatically you'll be downloaded and you can install it. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Dicky. Alright, that brings us to the end of today's webinar session. Now I hope it has been useful for you guys who have attended today's session. Once again, it is recorded and you'll be given a link to rewatch this session today if you would like to watch it. Do give us your feedback. Once I close off this session, you will see a feedback form, a short one. Just give me your feedback and perhaps we can improve on this session and also bring you further topics which you can which will be launched via our webinar platform, and you can view it from home or from the office without moving away from your stations. Okay, thank you gentlemen, and thank you George for attending today's session. I hope you have a good day and thank you. See you again.
See you.